So, a New York City jeweler recounts his terrifying $150,000 robbery outside the famed Buddha bar. And the reason why we're going to go over this is because he makes a comment that is extremely important later down in the article. So, a Diamond District merchant apparently fell victim to the gang of armed robbers targeting patrons of trendy New York City night spots when he was stripped of about $150,000 worth of jewelry at gunpoint while leaving Manhattan's famed Buddha bar. Maksad Agadjani, I hope I pronounced it right, Agadjani, the owner of Trax New York City, told the Post on Monday that he was wearing three diamond and sapphire chains, a diamond pendant, three diamond bracelets, and a diamond-encrusted Rolex watch at the time of the stick-up, which is under investigation by the New York PD. Now, personally, I think the thing that probably would look the coolest is the diamond-encrusted Rolex watch. Kind of like one of those, that one show called like Icebox or whatever, like that one like jewelry store that has like crazy iced out Rolexes and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So some of it was for clients, some of it was my personal jewelry. I just wanted to have a fun night, have my jewelry on me, do my thing, he said. When you're a jeweler and people see you and you don't have jewelry on, it's somewhat strange. Okay, I could kind of understand that. It kind of like is like the saying, if you're a tattoo artist with no tattoos, then you're not really much of a tattoo artist, sort of thing. Or there's like less respect for the tattoo artist. So Agajani, 35, said he'd finished a business dinner at Buddha Bar and was heading to his Audi SQ5 SUV parked on the street nearby when he was robbed Thursday night. They came from around the corner, two guys with two guns, he said. They popped out of nowhere. One of the crooks cocked his pistol and ran up on me like he was going to assassinate me, Agajandi recalled. He said, "Don't make any noise, take everything off." They both kind of huddled around me and I gave it to them, he said of his jewelry. If I'd resisted, who know what would have happened or who knew what would have happened. But I have insurance. I don't pay for insurance to battle people on the street. Johnny said he pleaded with the robbers to let him keep a Gold Star David medallion on a chain that he's had since age 7. Now again, the main reason why I wanted to cover this, right, is this statement right here. This one statement. If I had resisted, who knows what would have happened, but I had insurance. Okay? Insurance. This is extremely important, especially when you're dealing with extremely expensive items. But not only that, a lot of people underestimate the power of having good insurance. For example, if you have good insurance, let's say on your car, that could literally be the one deciding factor as to whether or not a car accident will literally be your financial like head chop, right? Like it literally determine whether or not, you just had a bad day or you're going to have a bad rest of your life. All because of the type of insurance that you have. So if you have something that you can't really afford to replace, you gotta have good insurance. One, it helps prevent you from getting into massive amount of debt for something that you simply cannot afford. Two, it protects you, right? It can protect your health, it can protect your life, and it can protect basically every facet of your life depending on the type of insurance you're using and covering, right? Now, what I mean by this is like if you have good health insurance, that can literally save your life. If you have good insurance on items like his, that cost extremely high amounts of money, it would prevent him from doing something risky or stupid like fighting these robbers to protect the 6 figure worth of jewelry, right? If he did not have insurance, of course he's going to fight back to protect his goods because he has no way to recover that loss, right? Like, for example, it's basically like someone working like a day job having no insurance on their car and their car gets stolen. Okay? That's basically the equivalent of this situation, right? Where someone could just not afford to replace the item that got stolen. And even if he's making a lot of money, let's say that he has like 7 figures in the bank, right? This $150,000 loss could technically make him lose clients, make him lose customers, which in turn makes him lose his business and then ends up causing him a loss of the rest of his business for future revenue, thus causing his whole business to basically go into water, right? So that's something to really think about, like the importance of insurance to help prevent massive financial loss or massive health loss is a very important thing, right? Which is the reason why I really wanted to cover this because he basically had something that was extremely bad turn into just a horrible day, a horrible moment, until potentially literally the end of his life or something, well, not really worse than his life, but like his life could have ended if he did not have insurance because he would have been tempted or reacted instinctively to try to protect the items, right? So I'm very glad that he has insurance that would help basically prevent him from doing something risky or stupid like fighting those robbers. Okay. So they briefly argued over the request before relenting, he said, and Agajani theorized that the robbers targeted him because of his Instagram account where he had posted a photo of himself dining at Buddha Bar. They're watching these people's Instagram, they're watching all the celebrities, they're watching for them to slip up, to show up somewhere, he said. They're waiting, and they're watching, and they're doing stick-ups. Law enforcement sources said investigators believe that a crew of about 20 bandits who call themselves OED for Own Every Dollar and are affiliated with the Trinidad Trios gang have pulled off at least 12 armed robberies outside upscale Big Apple restaurants and clubs since August. The crimes include last month's shooting of an outdoor diner at Philip Chow on the Upper East Side, who fought back after another patron had his Rolex stolen. Several other Manhattan incidents, including a fatal shooting outside a nightclub in Inwood last month and the alleged casing of a restaurant in Chelsea early Monday, which led to a cop firing 3 shots at a BMW carrying 3 suspects, may also be tied to the robbery ring, sources said. So again, I like what the guy did, where he did not do something stupid or risky, putting himself in danger and anyone else in danger. He was able to protect his most treasured jewelry, right? That Star of David, right? Yeah, I believe it was the Star of David. I believe. Hold on. Yeah, the Gold Star of David medallion on his chain. So I'm glad he was able to keep that because that was probably the thing that meant the most to him. Like he could pretty much probably replace that really crappy, well, not really crappy, but like he's able to replace the 150K stolen jewelry due to his insurance, right? Which means that the one thing that he could not replace with insurance was the thing that had sentimental value, right? Which was the Star of David. So I find it very important that people need to understand the importance of getting good insurance based on your personal life, right? Like how you live your life, you need to cater insurance in a specific way tailored to your specific situation, right? Like the average person is probably not going to need insurance for their jewelry. But if you just so happen to have like, maybe jewelry that costs like 10 or 20 grand, maybe you should get a small insurance policy for that. Or have something like an umbrella policy that kind of covers everything within your life. And it could be like, I don't know, maybe like $1 million insurance, like umbrella insurance policy, depending on your income, your business situation, all that kind of stuff, to basically cover all aspects of your life potentially. But either way, go look into getting really good insurance. And if you want to learn how to get out of debt so that you can even get better insurance, go to 40inbox.com to learn how to master your money and get out of debt. By the way, good job to you for having really good insurance. And we'll see you in future episodes. Feel free to give your thoughts.